Hey, welcome to another episode of Netflix and Chill Quickies with me, Alien Isolation. Today we're going to be talking about the new film on Netflix, Welcome to Willits. Welcome to Willits is the new thriller, suspense, mystery, sci-fi, horror, drama, comedy film streaming on Netflix, made by the brothers Ryan. The story follows a deranged pot farmer who so happens to be addicted to crystal meth. He also believes that he was once abducted by extraterrestrials and that these aliens are coming back to abduct him once again. At the same time, the B story follows a group of young campers who are in search of some hot springs. The film has elements that work well with the subject matter, however, there are many more elements that work against it. This film kind of comes across as a bit of a mess. For one, there's a lot of themes and a lot of genres being mixed together in this film. Sometimes it takes itself very seriously, and other times it's very jokey. Problem is, the serious parts aren't all that serious, and the funny parts aren't all that funny. The aliens in the film are all done via prosthetics, and have a pretty creepy look to them. There are some moments of pretty intense gore throughout the film, all done with practical effects. This film follows the classic campfire slasher flick formula. It's got the dumb kids, it's got the campfire ghost stories, it's got gratuitous drug use, it's got the couple that won't stop making out with each other. All the archetypes are there, but it isn't something that we haven't already seen in other films that parody this sort of film, like Cabin in the Woods, which was much better in my opinion. An interesting thing about this film is that it simultaneously stars and doesn't star Dolph Lundgren in it. Now what I mean by that is that Dolph Lundgren is in this film, but he's in a film within this film. It's like a cop drama TV show that sometimes we'll cut to and see him on. The cop show doesn't really have anything to do with the story of Welcome to Willits. There are some moments of intersection between the TV show and the actual story of the film, but they're very few and far between. The film also stars Rory Culkin, or as I like to call him, Culkin number whatever. Rory Culkin plays a stoner hippie Satanist meth addict in this film, which as you might expect gets a little confusing. He kind of plays the comic relief character in this film. Of course, all the performances in this film are absolutely terrible, and will leave you questioning whether or not the bad acting was intentional by the filmmakers or not. My guess is that it probably wasn't intended, because there are a number of other elements that seem very unintentionally bad. For instance, the characters' wardrobe choices. Within our main group of youngsters, we have people wearing scarves, toques, heavy jackets, and then there's other people wearing sun hats, skirts, tank tops. I don't think the filmmakers really took into account what the temperature of the setting was supposed to be. It's kind of hard to talk about this movie without talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen this film, you might want to stop watching this video here. Turns out the farmer hasn't really been abducted by aliens. In fact, the aliens are much more of a meth-induced hallucination. As this farmer and his wife smoke more crystal meth throughout the film, they encounter the young campers, and in some inexplicable joint hallucination, see them as the extraterrestrials and begin to systematically kill them off one by one, in horrifying ways. The film comes to a climax when this guy, I guess he's the hero of the film, has a showdown with the farmer. The showdown lasts 3 to maybe 5 seconds, and the farmer is killed off-screen by some sort of contraption that we don't really get to see because it's just too dark and it's kind of not really shown on camera. I would recommend this film to anyone that likes to pick apart bad movies, but if you're looking for something that's got good production value, is scary, funny, dramatic, then steer clear of this movie. If I had to give this movie a rating, which I don't, I would give it a 3 out of 10.